Hi everyone, I'm Alex from engVid, and today I want to give you a beginner lesson on two words that are commonly confused by English learners. Those words are borrow and lend. We use these words when we talk about using something or asking for something from someone, and you want to use it for a short period of time. So for example, your friend has a pencil. You want to use or you need to use a pencil, and you ask your friend, what word do I use? Could I borrow or could I lend? Or do you say, could you borrow me or could you lend me? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So, could I borrow your pencil? Borrow is a transitive verb, so you always use borrow plus the object, okay? So, could I borrow your phone? Could I borrow your pen? Could I borrow your car this evening, for example? So, remember, borrow plus the object you want to use or you want to borrow for a short amount of time. Another word, the other word is lend. Now, with lend, this is also a transitive verb, which means it needs an object, but you need a primary object and a secondary object, or a direct object and an indirect object. The indirect object is usually a person. So you say, could you lend me your phone, for example? Or could you lend me your, I don't know, your pen? Okay, I'm using pens, pencils, phones, cars. Four very different things, except for pens and pencils. So with lend, you have to use, could you lend? Lend who? Lend me, lend my sister, lend my father, lend someone something. Okay, so one more time with borrow. Could I borrow your pen? With lend, could you lend me your pen? So this is when you ask for something, you request to use something. So the common mistake, and normally I don't like mentioning mistakes in videos because students hear the mistakes and sometimes that's what they remember from the video. But I want to tell you, because I hear this all the time, is could you borrow me? Okay, so no. Could you lend me or could I borrow? You can also use the word let with this. So could you let me borrow, right? So could you allow me to borrow if you want to be a little more polite, a little more, not formal, but a little extra polite, okay? And the most common phrase that I've used in this lesson to ask for something, especially if you are a beginner student, is could you, okay? Could you let me borrow? Or could you lend me? Or could I borrow something? Okay, so just to finish this video, I'm going to make some requests and I want you to repeat my sentences. Could I borrow your pencil? Could you lend me $5? Could I borrow your phone? Could you lend me your pencil? Okay, so I hope I have helped you to erase the confusion between these two commonly confused words, lend and borrow. If you want to test your understanding of this material, as always, you can do the quiz on engvid.com. And engvid.com has thousands of other lessons that you can watch. If you are a beginner student, go sort by, beginner lessons or intermediate or advanced. So look at all of the beginner lessons we have on engvid.com. Until next time, good luck with your studies, and thanks for clicking.